So the computer vision AI system picked up that somebody's not wearing their harness or somebody's not wearing their vest. In real time, how does that communication go back to that particular individual saying, hey, put on your harness, put on your. That link is missing. That's where we come in. So we integrate with that AI computer vision system.
So, building automation products were each company had their own software or own platform to do. Say, for example, Honeywell was offering temperature controllers. They were working on their platform. GE was offering something else. It was working. Johnson Controls were working on their own platform. So, for the building owners, it became impossible to implement everything in one place. If they had to have controllers for temperature, controllers for security, controllers for fire, controls for lighting. There were different things going on. So then came in a thing called BACnet. BACnet came into play, and I'm forgetting the name again. So one single platform, which was brand agnostic, came into play, and that made all the difference. Now
Yes.
everyone can plug in there, and that is where. So if I were to draw a parallel, I would draw a very strong parallel to that. Take it to 2003, 2004, and say that, guys, this is what was happening there, and they resolved the issue.
Yes, exactly. I couldn't have said it any better.
This is what Aatmunn is offering. So I think the beauty is you're brand agnostic, you're product agnostic. You are just taking the information, combining it into real-time information, and providing the holy picture, the entire 360-degree picture.
Right. And the communication both ways. So also
two-way
informing
communication.
Exactly.
So I think, as far as I know, I mean, I've been looking at it, the market. I don't think anyone offers exactly the same thing you're offering. I don't know if you have any insight on, is anyone even coming close to what you are doing?
We don't know of anybody yet. Lots of people are looking to recreate it, but the advantage we have is we have 8 years of IP development that has already gone into the platform. So it's very difficult to replicate that kind of product lead, as you want to call it, time lead on the market. And we spent so much time building it that it's very difficult to replicate it. So as I told you, we have over 300 devices on our platform. We have over 20 software connections into our platform from different platform providers. So when you have that power, then and then you have some of the largest PPE players already saying, yes, or they've already committed to being on our platform. Like if you see the press release from 3M and Guard had in last year. If you look at the RKI connected worker offering, that's all Aatmunn. Like all they make is the smart or the Bluetooth enabled gas detector. Everything else is connected to it. Everything else is our software platform. That's why the name resonates so much for us, the name Aatmunn, because we truly are the soul that powers the connectivity across it. And to Sanjeev's point, we're device agnostic, we're connectivity agnostic, we are brand and manufacturer agnostic. Frankly, we're even distributor agnostic, because the data that we're picking up is so valuable for companies like Grainger or Fastenal or Wesco, because they can now have real-time understanding. Oh, guess what? There are 350,000 harnesses that are not transmitting data per se because they're not smart, but they're up for replacement in the next 12 months. And I know exactly where they are, how they're being used, who's using them, and then what the inspection schedule as it relates. So it's a win-win for both parties, or all parties in the ecosystem. OEMs, like the big OEMs, like the device manufacturers, are saving cost, avoiding building their own software platform. Distributors love the kind of granularity of customer information they're getting that never had before. Customers are delighted by the fact that they have a one single platform with multiple applications that they can grow into over time. Right? So everybody benefits from this kind of ecosystem creation. And that's what differentiates Aatmunn from anybody else.
At this time, if you go to any PPE trade show, any PPE industry show, AI guys are coming in there, and what they are offering, AI not to the PPE industry, but to the PPE end users. They are offering AI to the PPE end users for PPE detection. Now, what that does is takes the feed from the installed cameras in the vicinity, and then identifies whether the people are whether the workers are wearing the required PP or not. Hard hats, shoes, gloves, vests, and so on. So that is something which is catching up very fast. And I would say that, in fact, I've done some work on that. Even if you go to my LinkedIn, you'll find something there, and some more is coming from me. I would say that that is something which is just around the corner, not even just around the corner. Is there any way Aatmunn is integrating that, or Aatmunn is trying to use that? Because then the end user doesn't have to go to Aatmunn and company X and company Y. It just goes to Aatmunn, and Aatmunn is offering the whole 9 yards. Is that something you were referring to?
Yes, exactly. So the AI parts that we can't talk about much because it's part of our roadmap. But what we can tell you is what we're trying to do is address the problem by saying what makes the end worker, the worker's life, more difficult when you use these tools. Like, should I be able to, can I navigate? Like when I take a picture of, say, a harness or take a picture of a fire extinguisher, should I be able to say right away without having to fill a form, yes, no, yes, no? The picture itself should be able to say, hey, there are 5 things that are wrong with this extinguisher. I'm just taking a very simple example. Or the worker says, tell me, or the person in the back end who's kind of responsible for the system, the safety manager or even the CEO, he can run a simple query saying, show me the 5 really serious near misses as it relates to gas and whatever, name 15 different afflictions, and it should be able to collate the data that we have in the back end and throw up visualization of that. That's all the stuff that we're working on going forward. That's basically not just AI for the frontline worker to make his life easier, but also to the manager, and frankly to the OEM as well, and to the other folks. So that's really where we're coming in.
Computer vision analysis that is offering 2 things at this time. One is TPE detection, and the other is near miss situations. And also giving you an advance notice on, by looking at the whole thing, that there is a potential of accident here because the person is not wearing particular harness, for example, if you call it, or a helmet. So there is a potential there, and he's on the edge. So those are the kind of things which are coming in very fast.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And Sanjeev, let me take that example a little further. So the computer vision AI system picked up that somebody is not wearing their harness or somebody's not wearing the vest. In real time, how does that communication go back to that particular individual saying, hey, put on your harness, that link is missing. That's where we come in. So we integrate with that AI computer vision system, which is being built by 15 different companies. We take that data, we understand based on the location of the person where that picture was taken, this is individual John Chisholm. And then we send a text to John Chisholm and their manager in real time, or a call, or whatever be the communication preference. Hey, so basically what you're doing is we're completing that loop. Today, there is no system that typically completes that loop for the worker, except for, I guess, us at this point. So that's where that power of the system comes in, because you may have AI on one side, but then you have maybe the worker is carrying a gas monitor, and the gas monitor is out of compliance. Those are the areas where we really come in and really come in and really excel at it. That's the power of the platform, taking in different inputs, different OEMs, different devices.